The following is a presentation from PokerStars.com. Last night on the big game, while Tony G's stack has stayed cool,
I can't hit one hand.
his war of words with the poker brat remained hot.
You're a disgrace to the game.
And you're a bad winner, my friend.
Cash games are not your forte.
Tony, can you please shut up?
The loose cannon, Ernest Wiggins, has one more night to increase his stack
Let's double up money, because E double.
and leave the big game a big winner.
I'm trying to earn mines while y'all got y'all. You know what I'm saying?
This is the PokerStars.com Big Game.
Welcome to the big game from Las Vegas, Nevada. Alongside Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Rose, and tonight some of the best players in the world will play to a finale in our state-of-the-art poker room with over $1 million on the table.
Kid Poker is taking full advantage of his position. He's up almost $130,000.
The Hall of Famer Doyle Brunson, he has already had to reload. He is down almost $155,000.
Phil Lock, the Unabomber stack exploded this week. He's up $150K.
Be careful, everyone. Last night, Tony G was steaming, and you can see why. He's down over $122,000.
Phil Helmuth has had a few false alarms, but no blowups yet. He's down $60K.
And the final player is tonight's loose cannon, Ernest Wiggins. He was staked $100,000, and he's currently up almost $60K. After 150 hands, if he's still ahead, Ernest can either walk away or come back next week to increase his chances of winning an NAPT passport worth $50,000. He's with Amanda Leatherman.
Ernest, this is it. You could walk away a huge winner. How would this change your life?
Wow. You know, honestly, it would change my life in a lot of ways. Like, it would help me to pay off some bills, of course. You know, got to take care of the bills first. Take care of family. Take care of family.
Of course.
You know, my mother, my brother. And then it give me also opportunity to invest into, like, my company and the things that I like to do. So, yeah, it's going to do a lot of things. I'm going to make sure that it goes to a worthy cause.
How nervous are you? Are you going to get out there and change your strategy, or are you going to keep doing what you're doing?
Well, you know what? Like, the person that taught me poker say, like, if everything you're doing is, if you're doing everything right, why go wrong?
Right.
So we're going to keep it like that.
All right, well, keep it going then.
Thanks, Tiger.
Once again, each loose cannon is staked $100,000 to play, keeps all winnings above the initial $100,000, and at season's end, the loose cannon who's won the most money earns a North American Poker Tour passport worth $50,000.
What's going on, Cat? Welcome back, man. Welcome back, dealer. Welcome back, man. What's up?
So the LC feeling pretty good as we start out. Tony G's on the button.
Don't adjust your sets, folks. Tony G starting off steaming already.
Daniel Negreanu straddles, so that meant Doyle Brunson was the first to act and folded. Phil Lock did the same. Tony G, ace deuce, raises to $2,000.
All right, here we go.
Phil Helmuth calls.
Try again.
That's it right there, Phil?
E-dub
I
folds.
feel very, very good, so maybe that's a good thing. That's step one.
Daniel Negreanu looking down at ace-9 offsuit.
You made it 2, right?
Makes the call.
Step 1.
Tony G will go to the flop dominated by Daniel's ace.
The flop, queen, ace, deuce, 2 pair for Tony G.
Daniel's flop top pair. Tony G's got top and bottom.
Phil Helmuth leads out, 2,500.
Phil Helmuth flop nothing.
Daniel raises to 6,500.
Daniel has an ace with a marginal kicker. He may think he has the best hand.
25,000.
And Tony G re-raises to 25K. Phil folds.
This is a big re-raise. Tony's tilted off thousands last night, but with a bet this big, it's hard to get called with a worse hand. Daniel knows how erratically Tony's been playing. Let's see if he figures this out.
All right.
And he does.
It's not easy, is it? When you know Tony G's in the hand, and at any moment it can be one of those little orange chips, 25K. It's just not easy, you know?
I had the gimp hand.
I've got him here handy. What's the gimp hand?
Ace-9.
Wow.
Then you got what you deserve.
Once again, here are the rules of the big game. Each table lasts exactly 150 hands. The action pre-flop is pot limit, then becomes no limit after the flop. Blinds are 2 and 400 with a $100 ante, all of which is paid by the player on the button. And every player begins with at least $100K, but can rebuy for up to $500,000.
You know, they call Ace-9 the gimp hand because of what a huge drop-off in strength it is from Ace-10.
Action begins with the Unabomber Phil Locke. Folds. Another ace-deuce for Tony G, a raise to 1,000.
Pump it. You have to raise it, Phil.
I might raise it.
You can't just keep limping and calling.
Phil just called.
Lessons with Tony
Now,
G.
do you know what I have? Like, if you raise, you would get some
You
information.
beat the last hand. You beat the last hand.
If you
Now
re-raise...
maybe this time I win the pot.
So you re-raise now. You have me crunched. You have me under pressure.
Phil seems to have caught on that no one's believing his re-raises.
5, Queen, 5 on the flop.
Check to y'all.
Doyle checks top pair.
There you go.
Tony G bets 2K.
Trying to see if a continuation bet with Ace-High will take this down.
Gets Phil out of the way. Doyle calls.
Next one will be 4.
The next one, Queen of Diamonds. Full house for Doyle.
Doyle's got a full house. He's going to try to let Tony walk in the front door, and he does.
Bets 4,000.
Doyle trying to decide how big of a raise he wants to make here.
How's a raise to 29,000 sound?
That's nice.
It's a very big raise, more than the size of the pot.
That is very nice.
It may look to Tony like Doyle's trying to buy it. Queens and 5s with an ace will be good sometimes, and a lot of the time it's chopping.
I respect it. I think I've got the best hand. Take it. I think I've got the best hand.
No, you don't.
Not this time around.
I feel like Doyle had 4 5s there for some reason.
And good to see a little bit of a smile back on the face of the Hall of Famer. It is hand 125 out of 150.
I just bleed chips. I mean, every pot.
Someone get Tony G a chip tourniquet.
Ace 10 for the LC.
Okay.
Limps into the pot. Daniel folds.
Late position with a big ace. Ernest really needs to start raising those big aces.
Doyle calls.
Pot. Okay, 22.
Phil Locke raises to 2,200.
Phil's trying to isolate Ernest.
And this Phil is trying a new sitting style.
That's good. I might copy you. I think that's a good idea. I like that. I think that's the best move you've made all day. There you go. I know I want to learn. I think this is good. Wow. We could be playing.
22, Mike.
I think that's the best move you've made all day, Phil. Congratulations.
E-Dub folds. So does Doyle.
All right, next case.
I show one card because I'm in the mood.
Locke shows the queen.
At the end of the day, we all love you, Phil. You have a lot of respect now. You're taking a lot of heat.
I might have had 2 queens. I might have had...
You just need to improve the game. I'm telling you honestly, I want you to improve.
These bosom buddies getting closer and closer every night. But all eyes are on E-Dub as he tries to walk away a winner. There are 25 hands left, so still plenty of drama to be played out. See who's going to cash it in. Back with more after this. Welcome back. The clock is ticking for the loose cannon, Ernest Wiggins. He has just 24 hands remaining, and he's up over $57,000. Remember, we're playing 150 hands, and if E-Dub is still above 100K, he has the choice to either keep those winnings, or he can risk it all for a chance to try and set the bar higher for that NAPT passport.
You know, and something important to keep in mind is that 57K is his money now. There isn't as much incentive for him to take chances. If he calls a raise for 2,000, that's 2,000 out of his own pocket.
Action starts on E-Dub. He's got to get rid of that. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you. Daniel Negreanu follows suit. Doyle Brunson makes it 3 straight folds. Queen Jack for Phil Locke. On the button. Raises to 1,200. Tony G. Jack Rag gets rid of it.
Tony G and Phil Helmuth have decided to sit AC Slater style.
That was a bad call.
Really?
Yep. this time.
Could be the start of the end.
If I have air, I'm gonna win it. This one. If I don't
I'm going to
connect.
check you in the dark.
Okay. I'm not
Why don't you
betting in
give
the
me a
dark.
dark bet?
I'm gonna try.
I can see your underpants, and I don't think it's good. You should put your jumper on.
London, France, and Phil Helmuth.
22.
6 jack 7, 2 spades,
Phil locks flop top pair. He's going to bet in position.
and take the hand.
Why didn't I bet in the dark? It would have looked so fishy. Why didn't I bet in the dark?
Why would they let me win a pot? Why would they let me win one
To
pot?
God see how much success
Did I
you
win
had.
one in the last show? What was last show? Thursday? Did I win a
Are we
single
both on our
pot?
knees? We're both on our knees.
Did I win a single pot? That's
They
all I
have
want
us
to
on
know.
our knees. I'm on with you. They have us on our knees. That's what we are, Phil. You're on your
You're
knees.
both praying at the poker table. It's great, you know?
I'm not praying. I'm just copying.
knees.
I think that's the best move he's made all day, and I'm following suit.
Daniel straddles, so Doyle first to act with ace-king suited.
I feel so happy for losing.
Raised to 2,200.
If Tony or Phil go bust, they'll be replaced by Screech or Preppy.
Look, I was going to get on my knees and do this chair thing too, but I realized this is your moment. I'm staying out of it. You know, it's too good. You guys have your own bubble.
Yeah,
and
you
it's beautiful.
shouldn't.
Oh, I know
we're
that.
the big losers. We're
know
we're the huge super losers here.
Yeah, I know.
Super donks.
Action folds on over to Daniel, who calls.
I really do.
The super.
Do they have records? I want to know. Ask the EP if they have records of like who's won all the hands, because I don't know, but it's possible I didn't win 60 hands now in a row.
Helmut's going to take a trip backstage while we see a flop.
8 ace 7, pair of clubs.
Doyle's flop top pair. Phil Helmuth has found the craft service table.
Daniel checks. Doyle bets 3,500 and takes it down.
I'd won for sure.
I just want to know if I won one hand in the last 60 hands.
We're gonna check
Ask
in a
him.
second. We're checking.
I want to know how many times you've limp folded today.
I mean, it's possible I won one.
I wonder how many times you've raised pre-flop.
Ask and ye shall receive.
He's right around the middle of the pack. Maybe the problem isn't how often he raises, but instead when.
Oh yeah, that's why I haven't won a
Can
pot
Can I
in
ask
60.
you one thing? Where did you learn?
No, I don't think raising in this game is exactly
Where did you learn that?
He slow played. He's up 180,000 because he limped in with ace king and let him bluff off all his money every hand. He limped in with kings and ace king and everything and trapped him.
Doyle folds.
When I try to trap
So's
him,
locked.
I have to
could've
fold
hit
top
those
pair
hands,
and
you know,
pocket
and then I would've seen
tens
who
and
would've trapped him.
ace king. No, I was right with the king jack of diamonds. I know
I
that.
could have hit some of those hands, and
Tony's out.
things would have been different.
Pot.
Phil Helmuth raised to 2,000.
Adds a few more points to that PFR.
He dub folds and a small pocket pair for Daniel.
I'll play with a flop with you. Why let me win one, Daniel? No, we were trying to. Why let me win? Take you off one time. You have the 8-9 suited, I guess.
10-8 king. Check by Daniel. Top pair for Phil.
48.
You've closed up shop.
That's 4,800.
Nah, man. Y'all closing up shop.
Good enough to win.
Cashing out.
Who?
You want to buy some cashews?
There's a win, Phil.
Cashews. What are you talking about, man?
Is that my first hand in 60 pots?
We're gonna check.
I want to know.
They're going through it.
I want to know if that's my first hand in the last 60. Or maybe the last 70 hands.
Hey, Phil, we'll produce the show. You stick to producing winning hands, okay? We are back to the big game from Las Vegas, Nevada. During the break, our stats guys were crunching numbers, and we have an answer for Phil.
I want to know the truth.
Bring him the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
That's the only problem.
Let's take a look at Phil's winning percentage, and as you can see, he's been in a slump along with the loose cannon. Before that last W, Helmuth was winless in 38 straight hands and won just 2 of the last 51. As you can see, Ernest isn't doing much better. He's won only 2 of the last 56 and counting. And Phil Locke has been on the uptick, and his stack reflects that.
Ernest has been pushed around a lot, but he hasn't invested much either.
If the loose can close up shop, then you'd lose the.
What makes you think the loose cannon is closing up shop, Tony? That's the second time you said that, man. Is this something you're trying to say to me, man? Talk it up. What's good, man?
I
What's
just
up,
think
man?
now you're going to just dribble away like Phil.
Dribble away, man. I'm like, yo, real talk, you know what I'm saying? I should get a close-up. Like, I'm like a sucker to you. Like, like, nah, man, we good. We good.
Ernest is the best.
We good.
Tony G straddles, as Phil Helmuth still sits awkwardly.
You've done well. You've done your best. So no one can expect. Your mother's happy.
Oh, wow.
Proud of you, Phil.
Yeah, the public, he doesn't know how bad he looks. But I gotta tell you,
The
there's
public
two
loves
things.
Tony G.
He doesn't know how bad he looks to the people at home.
Phil folds. King 10 for E-dub.
It's 800 there, Straddle.
Oh, sorry.
The awkward limp. Daniel on the button, raises to 3,500. Doyle folds. Ace queen for Phil Lock. Calls.
Okay.
8-6 suited for Tony G. Also calls.
Daniel's attempt to thin the field pre-flop hasn't exactly worked out.
Oh, damn. Can't believe you put me in this spot, yo. You put me in a bad spot right now, man.
It's kind of what I do.
It's a lot of money to call out of his own pocket.
And so he folds.
Oh, I really want to call that. If that flop, if my flop come out, I'm just going to walk away and go side of her.
Ace, king, deuce on the flop. Lock checks top pair. Tony G checks.
Daniel's looking at making a continuation bet on the button, hoping everyone missed.
And that bet is 6,500.
Lock's passive style still working out. His opponents keep betting into him when he has the best hand and when they don't have much of a chance of catching up.
Phil calls.
By just calling, he disguises the strength of his hand.
No outs. It's not good.
Tony G out of the way as we now have 2 players to the turn. Ace of clubs, so make it trip aces for Lock. He checks.
His hand improves. He checks, hoping Daniel will continue doing his bidding and betting for him.
Daniel reaching for more chips. This time makes it 9,000 to go.
Daniel obviously not betting for value, trying to get Lock to fold a king.
Is Phil just Hollywood in this?
He's actually trying to decide if Daniel will call a raise or if he should just call Daniel's bet.
And he just calls.
Violent call. Violent. Knock the ace out the park.
Phil's got 3 aces, doesn't look all that comfortable.
The river card, the jack of diamonds. And Lock checks yet again.
At this point, Daniel's raised pre-flop, fired on 2 streets. Phil Lock would not mind having a cheap showdown.
Daniel's going to fire again, it looks like. 28 grand this time.
Big third barrel.
Oh, and you know I can't fold, too. That's what's so sick. Pre-flop, I was like, does he have 2 kings? But I can't fold, can I? I have too big a hand. I mean, you would do that with ace king, ace deuce, ace jack, pocket kings, just about everything. I might as well have just a solo king, but I don't. I have a very nice hand. I'm not strong enough to fold. I wish this happened earlier instead of later. I feel like I'm paying you off. But I don't know if I can fold. I don't think I can fold, Daniel. Danielson, me not strong. Me not know how to fold.
That was like a combination of Yoda and the Karate Kid.
You knew I was calling the river when you bet 9. I mean, this is a chance for me to be. I could make a hero fold. I know I'm not gonna fold. Pocket deuces, maybe? 30,000.
There's the call.
Oh, you wanted to fold so bad, too. You got it. Just do it, too. Oh,
The Yoda kid makes the right decision.
What do you want? I mean, you give the speech, you just pick it up.
I don't know.
You're a tough man to bluff.
When he bets the river, I know that he has it because he knows I'm going to call, so he can't bet unless he has
That's exactly what I was
That's
thinking,
when you're a
too.
champion. You just like that. You induce the bluff.
Phil rakes in a pot of almost 100 grand.
He's supposed to have me beat. In a cash game, I'm beat there every time I call.
So Phil has a monster stack with over $200,000 in profit. Daniel's coughed up some coin over the last few hands, but still is up nearly 70K. The loose cannon sits at almost 54,000. And remember, if he maintains that profit after 150 hands, he's going to have to decide whether to keep the money or come back and risk it all and play another week. As we play on, Phil Lock raises to 800. It's a min raise. Tony G gets out of the way.
Did you raise or straddle?
Raise.
Phil Helmuth, small pocket pair, limps in. E-dub is OUT. Daniel in the small blind, 10-7 suited, makes the call.
It's a good script so far for this hand. Very good script.
Doyle's in as well, so 4 players to the flop, which is Jack 7-5, 2 diamonds. Daniel with 7s and a flush draw checks. So does Doyle.
Daniel's got the best hand with a pair of 7s.
Phil Lock with his flush draw, bet of 400.
Only 400 for Helmuth to call and try to peel off a 3. Although he should know the 3 of diamonds would be big trouble for him. We see Doyle has the 3 of hearts. He's drawn pretty thin.
Phil does call.
With a pair and a flush draw, even though his flush draw is no good, Daniel's probably going to raise here to try to build himself a pot.
He's listening to you, Joe. Raised to 4,000. Doyle folds. Phil Lock quickly calls. And Phil Helmuth gets out of the way.
It's you and me again.
Yeah, I'm going to try to bluff you 3 times again. Let's see.
I think I kind of know what you have, I think.
You do?
6 of spades on the turn.
Phil Lock now has a pair and a flush draw himself. That's going to make it very difficult for Daniel to get him to fold.
Daniel bets 7,000.
Maybe I was wrong.
You put me on King 7 of diamonds?
No.
In that neighborhood?
Something like
Jack 10, Jack Queen, something like that.
No, I just put you on like a 4 high flush draw. So now I figured
That makes it straight. Strassa.
Phil's making a pretty good read again. He is missing the part about the pair of 7s.
Lock makes the call.
Phil Lock.
Lock's looking for a diamond. A king or a 6 would improve his hand as well.
We're off to the river, and there's that 6.
Lock makes trips again. Really running good tonight.
Gee, what a sick card.
You said it, Daniel. Phil's been calling you the whole way. Your hand hasn't improved. Daniel, you're behind even top pair now. He checks. Phil's trying to put Daniel on a hand. He wants to get as much value as possible from his bet.
22,400.
Makes it over 22,000 to go.
Another big river bet from Phil Lock. He's probably putting Daniel on a better hand than what he's got.
Oh.
There's a chance Daniel may read this as a bluff, like a busted flush draw. 3 6s is a very difficult hand to put someone on in this spot.
I feel like you have a pair of queens for some reason. Pair of queens, Phil? Show me one queen.
Tell you what, if you show me both of your cards right now, I'll tell you if I have one of. I'll tell you.
Let's come here.
Tell you, if you fold face up, I'll turn my hand.
I don't care about
face
that.
up.
I can wait to see it. How much is it?
22,400.
So bizarre, this hand.
Traditionally, if I speak in a hand, I have a strong hand. I would like to end with that as a
I don't
closing
know. I
thought.
think you got queens. That's what I think you have. 2 queens. What can I beat here? You got queens. Yeah, I'm gonna fold.
Lock takes it down.
Show me face up, I'll show you face up.
All right. Oh, you made the 6. Okay. I thought you bluffed me for a second, then I realized, okay, you rivered me. It's all good. Diamond one time. Diamond so we can dance.
You had your hand, 10-7 flush. Yeah, diamond so we can dance. You don't want to take that dance. This is the wrong place, the wrong dance house.
Oh, sick river. I even said sick river.
The river may have been sick for Negreanu, but it's Phil Lock's stack that keeps getting healthier and healthier. More when we come back. Welcome back to Las Vegas, home of the big game. With 13 hands left, the loose cannon is still up over $50K, but it's Phil Lock who's on a heater, up over $220,000. The Unabomber explained to us how he snuffed out the Negreanu bluff when he took us behind the poker face.
Normally in No Limit Hold'em, your tight is right, but this doesn't apply once you add antes. The most optimal time to enter pots is in late position, and Negreanu was obviously doing this nicely, and he raised from late position, and I had ace-queen. I'm obviously calling with ace-queen because against his range, I'm crushing his range. The flop came ace-king 2, so I was delighted to see the king. I check and he bets
6,500.
I called. On the turn when he bet again, I have to call. If I raise, the cat's out of the bag, and I really don't want to do that yet in case he's bluffing, because he does have a propensity for opening light in this spot, which I think is right. And ace is a great card for me, and it's also a bad card. So when he bets, the fear is starting to burble in me that he has either ace king or pocket king. On the river, I was in a very, very, very difficult spot because the board rolls off a jack. He bet like a lot. And now I'm thinking, okay, so of course I can only beat bluffs. Every hand that's a real hand beats me. And now I'm pretty sick. I just went over the whole thing many, many times in my head, and I just kept thinking, I've got to fold this. I can't fold, can I? I have too big a hand. I was worried about every hand, period, full stop, except pocket jacks. I was worried about them all.
Danielson, me not strong. Me not know how to fold.
I don't know. The jack was a super scare card, and I just decided to not be scared.
Oh, you wanted to fold so bad, too. You got it. You're a tough man to bluff.
It's a lot of times you don't know and you're doing things on the edge, and it works out sometimes.
We know that Daniel was bluffing with 6 high, but Phil was able to figure it out, and now he is dressed for success in full Unabomber gear, up over 220 grand. And the loose cannon Ernest Wiggins still on the plus side as well, up almost $53,000 with 13 hands left.
13 hands left, but this is no limit. His entire stack is at risk at any point.
Just give me a hand, y'all. Like, give me a hand, like, for real, man. Like, I promise you, man. I promise you.
You do your thing, man. You do your thing.
Action folds around to Doyle. Raises to 3,000 with 7 high. Ooh, a pair of ladies for the Unabomber.
Phil Locke still getting hit with the deck. Looks like he's not going to slow play it this time.
Raises to 7,200. 10-5 suited for Tony G, who folds. Phil Helmuth gets rid of his cards as well.
I must be showing you my hand. I haven't come in a pot that you hadn't had a pair.
I don't know what to do when they.
The sit flop.
I lived with queens in a different show, and I got abused for like 2 months.
One more.
Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Oh, go ahead. For me, it's enough.
Everybody's rabbit hunting. And...
You know how many big pairs you've had?
About 14, I think.
Every time I've come to pot, he's raised me.
But I show every time because I love you, and I don't know what to do. I don't want you to think I'm abusing you.
Well, I don't care. I mean, abuse is part of it.
I know, but it's like, you know, it's a home game. If it was more cutthroat, I wouldn't show. I'd just torch you, but I can't torch you.
You're supposed to beat the man on your right in a poker game.
Locke's actually been ambidextrous today when it comes to that.
It's a lot easier when you get kings a couple times.
That helps.
Action begins on the loose cannon Ernest Wiggins. Queen 6 gets rid of it. Daniel folds.
Here's this again. This is just ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I feel like you, dude. I feel like you right now.
Ace 8 for Phil Locke. Limps in. Big slick for Tony G. Raised to 2,200. Pair of 9s for Phil Helmuth.
Phil's 3-bet many times with worse hands than this. I'm guessing we're going to see a raise.
Making a stand.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making a stand here.
You don't have the guts to raise.
I love the Tony G. Phil Helmuth.
You don't have the guts. You know
guys
that.
make me happy, you know? I want to go on a picnic with you two guys.
Phil knows he's supposed to raise. He also knows it's pot limit pre-flop, so Tony probably won't fold.
I'm going to raise it up a little
What, have a
bit.
hand here?
5 more.
To 7,200. Locke folds.
My hand radar strong. You know?
I make it whatever. I make it 25.
Way too much history between these guys in this game this week for Tony to just call with ace-king.
There you go. Enjoy that one.
Phil has just over 46,000 left.
You're pot committed.
Phil's definitely not pot committed.
What can I have here?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I have you here.
That one. Get it in.
Priceless.
Push it in.
The pump fake.
Okay.
It goes for it.
Quick call.
I got a pair of 9s.
Oh, so it's a flip.
Ace King, you missed pair of 9s. Wow.
Just one time?
Some gambling.
Good luck to both of you guys.
You guys are running it once?
Once.
One time.
This is your
all
hand,
the
though.
cheese. Helmuth could end up a winner.
Yeah, you double up here. You're
On
a
the
winner.
big game. It's very possible here if the 9s hold.
Phil, you only running it once? You only going once?
Tony G
He
wants
said
to
he
run
only
once.
wants to go once.
I'm going once.
Tony G's like,
Tony, didn't you enjoy it 4 times?
Maybe I want
Come on, man.
to see if I can eliminate him. I got nothing to lose. Like a free roll.
He's on a free roll.
he's on the Tony G free roll.
What's the fun of that? I've done that already. I've tried that. I'm happy if Phil wins. I'm happy for you. That's the best you could do.
It's the best you could do.
Tony G's been waiting for a chance to knock out Phil Helmuth all week long. To the flop, Jack 5 tray.
Safe.
Oh, there's
Safety.
2 aces burned, I think. I had an ace, you had an ace.
A 9 would be good.
A 9 would be.
A diamond is good
You're
no matter
safe.
what.
Very safe. There's nothing
I'm
to
not
worry
safe
about.
yet.
Nothing to worry about.
9s are holding so far.
Diamond, yeah, that could get you.
On the turn, a 5 of clubs.
Too easy. You've got it.
Okay, now I want insurance.
I'll give you insurance.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Insurance is a side bet where you basically bet on yourself losing the hand.
Well,
Wait, hold on. I'll take it for
hang on.
12,000 to whatever. I'll give you 10% juice.
All right, to 12,000, you got 10% juice. Let's go.
Yeah, so I could win 40
I've
or
got
50 or
10%
60
juice.
or whatever. Yeah, 12,000 is what you would win. I would win a lot more.
The river card. There's Tony's ace.
He's from space.
Okay, so 12,000. Yes, I finally won an insurance bet on high stakes.
Minus 10%. We'll work it out by the end of the show.
So he owes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He owes me like 72,000 roughly.
Tony G ends up winning the pot, but Phil's going to get some cash back.
We'll work it out. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know, but I want to play, so.
Well, that doesn't help you. I mean, you got to rebuy to play. I can't give you chips.
That's all side stuff.
Okay, I'm going to rebuy for 50,000 then.
While these guys figure out how much Phil's getting paid, we're going to take care of some bills of our own. More of the big game when we come
You gotta
back.
reload for 100.
Oh, you're
That's
supposed to
good.
buy to 100 anyway.
That's good. This is a tough game. It should be tough.
Welcome back to Las Vegas as we reach the home stretch of the big game. After getting felted by Tony G, Phil Helmuth collected a little under $70K on that insurance bet and has decided to rebuy for another $100,000. While we were away, Helmuth won some hands, but isn't doing as well as Phil Locke, who's been crushing it. Meanwhile, Ernest Wiggins is now the story. He's up over $50,000.
There are 2 games going on right now. The guys with losses want to get even, and then there's Ernest. He's got a big decision to make. Is he happy to take home his profits and be the richest guy in his home game? Or does he want to come back one more time and risk it all for the chance for more and a better shot at that NAPT passport? Remember, this is no limit after the flop. He's got to survive these last few hands to even get to make that decision.
You did well.
Phil Helmuth, batting leadoff, limps in. King 7 for the loose cannon.
Dylan, we was good, man. Y'all been working too hard, man. I'm gonna let y'all get a break in a little bit.
Ernest is funny. He folds. Daniel calls. Doyle folds.
Keep insuring.
Phil locks in.
Eventually, it's going to pay off. See, it shows everybody.
How much are you buried to that? Probably like 200,000 lifetime.
Well, you got to go person by person on that.
Tony G raises to 1,900.
Against Tony G, I'm actually up money.
Helmuth calls.
Because every time he insures me, I seem to lose the pot, so he keeps paying me.
E-Dub leaves. Going to chat with Amanda, maybe.
The best of it.
Good move.
That's what I would do if I folded.
Well, Daniel's called. Phil Locke is folded, so 3 players to the flop.
3 players, not a single one has a very good hand.
9 ace 7.
3,000.
Tony G fires 3,000.
Everyone's a winner.
Helmuth folds.
He raised pre-flop. Trying to continue here. Daniel does have the best hand with a king high. Let's see if he's buying what Tony is selling. No sale.
Raises to 8,000.
Tony does have a gut shot draw.
Okay. I got a bad hand because 5/8's bad for the draw. In case it hits.
Tony folds.
I hear you. I had it all. The whole world's fair.
Like my goal was to double up. Now I'm happy. Like, yeah, I wanted to double up.
So you're thinking about that decision?
Yeah, like that's definitely in factor right now. Like, and we actually talked about that. Yep, we talked about that. So I'm not. I said I gotta think about it because if I doubled up, I'll probably be like more like, all right, have a good day. But now that I'm not, and I am a gambler, yeah. So.
Sounds like Ernest hasn't quite made up his mind yet.
Cool.
Well, let's see if he's in the gambling mood over these final 3 hands, or if he's willing to just sit on what he's made so far.
My guess is that Ernest is going to rock up.
I might tighten up too if I was in his seat.
Wouldn't be surprised if he folded
Like
aces.
that, right?
Hey.
Have to.
3 hands left, guys.
Closing time at the buffet. Everyone's ranges just opened up. Maybe make one last trip up there, fill up their plates.
Yeah.
Phil Lock, the big winner so far, folds. Ace-5 offsuit for Tony G. Raises to 1,300. Phil makes a call, 9 high. Loose cannon folds.
Yeah, you want to see aces now, yeah? You want to see aces.
Real nice to run into the closing show, you dig?
Rest of the action folds.
You might as well bet.
How much should I bet? How much?
2,000 in the dark.
You tell me how much I need to bet. I'll bet for you.
Tony G is bet in the dark. Jack 4-8.
Helmuth has the best hand with a pair of 4s.
How much should I bet now?
And calls.
All of it.
Hang on. You want me to go all in now? You calling?
Maybe.
All right. I check.
Tony G checks in the dark.
I checked.
Queen of diamonds on the turn. Helmuth's hand's still good.
Maybe a little scared of another overcard coming out.
Hang on. What are you doing?
28.
That's 2,800.
It's okay.
Even Tony G can't keep drawing.
Well done.
Helmuth takes this one.
No, I had you.
Really?
Of course I had you.
I don't know if you did. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy you did.
I would not
well.
have called an all-in, or maybe I would have called an all-in. I don't know. Maybe we just get a little shippy right at the end.
I think there's right around a 0% chance Phil would have called an all-in.
I think you're overestimating. Second to last hand tonight.
I wasn't sure y'all, sitting at the table for like 24 hours.
Phil Helmuth calls. E-dub with Jack 9.
Says it's his favorite hand.
No, y'all got it. You got it, Phil.
See? Rock up.
Daniel folds on the button. Doyle's out of the way. Phil Lock, 6 high. Makes the call. Tony G raises to 3,800. Helmuth calls. And Lock folds.
4,000 in the dark, Tony.
I bet 6,000 in the dark.
6.
If I'd known you were doing that, I would have called.
It's a big bet.
I think I have to call if I know you don't.
Tony G's bet 6,000 in the dark, and it's 6-king ace 2 pair for Tony.
Tony's happened to hit this flop. We'll see if Phil decides to play back at him.
He doesn't. Tony picks up the pot. That's too bad. I wanted to see this hand go longer so these two could keep butting heads, Joe.
I'm really going to miss these guys. I feel like maybe they developed a strong bond over the course of the week, though. Maybe they're going to come out of this the best of friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fellas, it's been fun, man.
Hey, Ernest.
Hey.
Last hand of the night.
No, I need like 150 more actually, cause like I'm not doubled up right now.
Be careful what you wish for.
I know, right? You might get aces, right? Give me aces right now. I'll show you how loose cannon I can be.
Are you sure you should look? I don't think you should look.
It's tight. It's
gonna be
tight
aces.
shot cannon right now. You're ahead. If you were behind, we'd expect the looseness. This was fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate this, man. Y'all really made my poker life.
Yeah, y'all enjoy.
Says the guy who's stuck over 160 grand.
My fault.
That's it for Ernest. Daniel with suited connectors.
What boogie?
It's been one of the more fun days of my life.
Raises to 1,200.
I get to throw off 12 more now.
Doyle's in.
Just to cap it off.
Phil Lock, ace-8 suited.
I know. Everybody knows what I'm going to do.
Also calls.
I feel like everyone should be signing each other's yearbooks right now.
But I can't let everyone think.
Tony G's in, too.
The ace didn't come because I would have made more money if it doesn't come.
So you set it up good.
4 players to the final flop of the evening.
He was on a pre-roll.
5 queen deuce, 2 spades. Check by Lock. Tony G leads out 3,000.
He's got top pair.
Daniel up and down straight draw. Makes the call. Doyle gets rid of his hand.
Big hand.
Phil Lock shows it.
Big,
and walks
big,
away.
Big.
You got a big hand?
Big. Not yet.
Oh, you're on your way?
You gotta
Is that
make
what?
it big.
Drawing?
Drawing.
King on the turn.
That looks pretty safe. I check.
Tony still has the best hand.
And checks.
Daniel thinking about making a bet.
I can't call too much.
I hear you. Okay.
Be fair.
I'm trying to be fair.
Let me check. Don't be
Somewhat of a
greedy.
bargain price.
How much is that?
It's 6,000. Tony G calls.
Bluffing Tony G is never a good idea, least of all on the last hand of the night.
Okay, let me look. Let's see what I catch.
Tony G is checked in the dark. The last river card of the evening, a 5 of diamonds.
Daniel's missed.
Oh, that could be you, right?
He can only win with a bluff.
And he bets 8,000.
One more barrel.
Tony calls.
This was a donation to the Russian Federation Fund. There you go. Okay, I have a 4. Can you beat that?
Yeah.
That wins. Take it, take it.
Take it. Oh, not that much. Just happy to win a pot. See, I'm a happy winner. Phil's happy for me. Everyone's a winner today.
I had ace-8 of diamonds, Tony. I would have done it.
You would have done it to me?
Runner.
Oh, you would have produced?
I would have produced it if I could have reached down and found it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
There you go, dealer. Take 100 from me.
So Tony G wins the final pot of the evening, but now it's decision time for the loose cannon Ernest Wiggins. Will he take home the $50,000, or will he risk it all and come back next week for a chance to set a higher benchmark for that NAPT passport? We'll get the answer after this. Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the bright lights of the Strip are shining outside and the drama of the big game is really heating up inside. We've played our final hand of the evening, where Phil Locke is the big winner and Doyle Brunson finishes stuck almost $160K. But now all eyes are on the loose cannon Ernest Wiggins. He's sitting on a profit of more than $50,000, and now he's got a huge decision to make. Will he take the money and run, or will he risk it all to come back and play another week? Here's Amanda Leatherman with E-Dub's answer.
All right, Ernest, what's it gonna be? This is it. Wow. Are you gonna keep that $50,300, or are you gonna risk it next week and try and increase your stack and your standing? We need that decision now.
I'm stuck in between Pauls, to be honest with you. Like, everybody know my name E-Double. My goal is to double up. So, being as though I ain't get to the 100,000, I ain't gonna lie, I think it's best for me to, I'm gonna have to walk away. I'm gonna walk away.
So you're gonna walk away at the $50,300?
Yeah, because I never won $50,000 before. That's a lot of money, honestly. It wasn't my goal. I didn't reach my goal, but that is a lot, you know what I mean? And I make money, not excuses. I can't turn that down.
All right, Felicia, come out here and give your man a hug.
Oh, yeah, come.
All right, guys, I'm Amanda Leatherman saying goodbye for now. And remember, if you've got the cash and the guts, there's always a seat open at the big game. See you next time.
Well done.
Ernest Wiggins celebrating with his girlfriend Felicia Sharon, the infamous Rabbit, his poker teacher.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.
Thank you. Hey, good having
Phil, what we agree to?
What's that?
The hat.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Here we go.
I just won $50,000. You know I'm happy. So if you're wondering who taught this dude how to get $50,000, Free Boogie did, AKA Rabbit. Who else I'm gonna give a shout out to? My family, my moms, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the alphas in the building. Woo, 6! Cause I sat with the best. I played with the best. And I even beat some of the best. So I guess I am part of the best now. And if I'm not, $50,000 richer. I love y'all, man.
The preceding was a presentation from PokerStars.com.